What's up, guys? I'm Chris Spags here, back with another Four Corners for today's 5-game NBA main slate, courtesy of Osmo.com and presented by Super Draft. We've been on a good run this week in the Four Corners, so let's keep some positive energy in the air to keep it going with what should be a fun slate. So right now, please hit that like button. And if you want to win a free month of Osmo Plus, like the video and comment your top value play according to Draftkings salaries down below. We do have a winner from yesterday thanks to JaVale McGee going nuts against his former team. I'll announce that winner later on. But right now, if you want to join that person at the pay window, like the video and comment your top value play down below. As always, we've got no time to waste here in the Four Corners, so let's get right to the first corner, starting with the top owned plays in Giannis Antetokounmpo in a match for Chicago, which there are 120.8 implied points for Milwaukee. Giannis has 41% expected ownership on Draftkings, while he has 57% on FanDuel. Giannis has 36% usage, a 23% rebound rate, and a 40% assist rate, good for 2.14 fantasy points per minute in court time without Chris Middleton this year. So it's probably wise just to play him with Middleton out for a while. A cheaper top owned play looks to be JaMychal Green in a match bet in New Orleans, in which there are 120.3 implied points for the Clippers. Green has 34% expected ownership on Draftkings, while he has 39% on FanDuel. Green is at a value price, and he has at least 10 rebounds in his last 3 games. And his minutes have been on the upswing in matchups without a huge center across from him, much like this one tonight. And another cheap guy who should be highly owned is DeAndre Bembry in a match bet Phoenix, in which there are 110.5 implied points for Atlanta. Bembry has 32% expected ownership on Draftkings, while he has 29% on FanDuel. Bembry has played 30 and 40 minutes in his last 2 games, but his usage has dropped under 9% as Trae Young and Jabari Parker do everything for Atlanta, so there is some risk he doesn't do much, even with Kevin Huerter sidelined. And now onto some of the other top value plays on the slate, starting with Mo Harkless in that matchup at New Orleans, in which there are 120.3 implied points for the Clippers. Harkless started and saw 24 minutes yesterday with Landry Shamet out, and while he won't get much usage, the pace-up spot and his low price can be an option tonight. Another cheap guy to consider is Kenrich Williams in that match versus the Clippers, in which there are 114.3 implied points for New Orleans. Williams is probably unplayable if game time decision Brandon Ingram is in, but if he starts again, he should be able to contribute in multiple categories, even though he is a risk to lose minutes to Etuan Moore as he did last game. And his teammate Derek Favors versus the Clippers also looks pretty good with that same 114.3 implied points for New Orleans. Favors' role is more secure than Williams, 29 minutes and over 32 fantasy points in his last 2 games, and he's playable even if Ingram is in. And this is a slate with some other relevant studs, so let's hit on them, starting with Trae Young in a matchup at Phoenix, in which there are 110.5 implied points for Atlanta. Trae has 3 straight games of 61 fantasy points or more with over 21 shots and 10 assists in each, and he's done it against defenses as tough as Phoenix's is, with a 102.5 defensive efficiency rating to start the season. Another stud to note is Luka Doncic in a matchup at the Knicks, in which there are 111.5 implied points for Dallas. Luka playing at Madison Square Garden seems like a thing, and Luka's shown an almost 80 fantasy point ceiling while facing off against the Knicks' poor 109 defensive efficiency rating, even though Kristaps Porzingis may take some usage off the table in a revenge spot after a down game last time out for him. And this guy just remains too cheap. Nikola Jokic in a match versus Brooklyn, in which there are 115.8 implied points for Denver. Jokic's price remains low for his ceiling, and he has at least 19 shot attempts in his last 3 games, while Brooklyn plays at a top pace with the worst defense on the slate with a 109.1 defensive efficiency rating. And now into our last corner, some of the lower owned dart throws, starting with Lou Williams and Montrezl Harrell in that matchup at New Orleans, in which there are 120.3 implied points for the Clippers. Both guys average 1.3 fantasy points per minute in court time without Kawhi Leonard. And even if Paul George is a 1-to-1 substitute for Kawhi, no Patrick Beverley means worse D and more ball handling time for Lou Williams. Another lower owned dart throw I'm intrigued by is Marcus Morris in a matchup versus Dallas, in which there are 104.5 implied points for the Knicks. Morris has seen at least 31 minutes in his last 8 games, a rarity for a Knick, and he's had 48 fantasy points versus Dallas a week ago in a game where he also put up 22 shots. And I also like another guy who's going to benefit from no Chris Middleton, Eric Bledsoe in the match versus Chicago, in which there are 120.8 implied points for Milwaukee. Bledsoe has over 42 fantasy points in 3 out of his last 4 games, and with Middleton off the court, he averages 1.42 fantasy points per minute, so he could thrive with even more opportunity. So there you have it. That's what I'm seeing so far for tonight's 5-game slate. So right now, please hit that like button. If you want to win a free month of Osmo Plus, like the video and comment your top value play according to Draftkings salaries down below. Yesterday, a handful of people guessed JaVale McGee correctly as a top value play, but it's this guy right here is the winner, Jason21611. He might be a robot, but Jason, you are the winner. So email me at chris@osmo.com to collect your prize. For everybody else out there, if you want to win your free month, like the video and comment your top value play down below. And of course, those free months of Osmo Plus come courtesy of Super Draft. So right now, head over to superdraft.io. Use the promo code OSMO to get $20 free on any $100 deposit. You also have a lot of overlay in their tournaments, including their multiplier tournaments where you don't even have to know salaries, just pick your guys and go. So head over right now to superdraft.io and use that promo code OSMO for your $20 free. And if you want some more data at your fingertips for tonight's slate, use this promo code SWITCHANDHEDGED for half off your first month of Osmo Plus. Go to osmo.com/join and find packages as low as $3.95 a week on there. Head over to osmo.com/join right now and choose a package that'll work for you. Go follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Chris Spags. I've got the Four Corners every weekday, a bunch of NFL content as well. So check out what I'm doing right now on Twitter and Instagram at Chris Spags. I'll be back later today on Live Before Lock with Fast Eddie Fierce, so tune in then. Of course, I'll be back with you guys tomorrow for another Four Corners. So thank you for watching. Hope you guys have a great night, and of course, good luck.